Good evening, everyone. Thank you. I'm truly honored to be in your presence tonight. I would like to first begin by extending my deep gratitude and warm appreciation to PACE for hosting such a glorious event and for giving us an opportunity to come out here and to speak about the work that we're so passionate about. I also would like to congratulate my fellow award winners for tonight, for this evening. And I want to begin with a question. The question that I want to begin with is, how many of you in this room work with young people? Perhaps quite a few, right? How many of you provide for the emotional safety of these young people? A lot, right? How many of you care so deeply about these young people that you will invest and give so much of yourself to make sure that they grow and develop and be the positive people that they are? Let me see some hands. Well, tonight, I'm here to tell you that I'm one of those persons as well. Tonight, I'm here to tell you that I do everything in my power to invest in young people because I care so deeply about them. I do everything in my power to invest in young people because I don't want them to end up the way I ended up at 16 years old. You see, when I was 16 years old, I was running the streets of Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy, and I was involved in some activities and some behaviors that I'm not proud of. Activities and behaviors that allowed me to make poor choices and landed me in prison for 23 years. I went to prison at 16 years old, served 23 to 60 years, came home when I was 39. While I was in there, I had an opportunity to introspect, to look inside of myself, and to decide what I want to do to better myself and to better my community. I was able to get my high school equivalency diploma inside of there. I was able to get a bachelor's degree, but I didn't stop there. I also got a master's degree. But that wasn't enough for me because I wanted to do more. I wanted to go back out into the same community and help those youth that are at risk, who were at risk like I was, at risk of spending life in prison, at risk of being victims of violence and dehumanization. I also wanted to help those who was at promise, those who displayed so much promise and potential, those who challenged the norms of our societies and wanted to change the world. I wanted to help them as well. And when I joined Neighbors in Action, a program that we call NIA, I was able to do that. I was able to go to so many schools, over 20 sites throughout the city, throughout Brooklyn, and speak to over 200 youth. I was able to be involved in the programs at Neighbors in Action and help lead programs around leadership, around college and career readiness, around conflict de-escalation, around saving our streets, preventing people from being shot, and to take guns off the streets and out the hands of people so they don't harm people. Neighbors in Action is a program that focuses primarily on promoting peace, safety, and healing in our communities. It also is a program that looks to reduce gun violence and promote a message of anti-violence. And what more greatness and how much important it is for us to begin to save our communities and save the people that are in our communities, so that when children do go to after school, the communities are safe. So that when children come home from after school, they're going home safe. I was able to do more in that program, and I want to give a resounding thanks to the program director, Amy Ellenbogen, Amy, to Heather Day for giving me an opportunity, who is the director of youth programs, the deputy director, Brian Cunningham, to my co-workers, colleagues, Soraya Palmer, Shannon Shaw, Jarena Davis, who wasn't here, and Naomi Azor. Naomi, because Naomi came through the program as a youth, and now she works for Neighbors in Action, doing the work that we so gratefully need for young people to do. And to conclude, I want to say that tonight will feel very empty and very void of meaning if I didn't give personal thanks to my wife, Dominique Baston. Because she has been there for me during my most darkest moments. She was there for me when the sky seemed like it was falling, and when the ground felt like it was falling out from beneath me. Dominique, I love you and continue to embrace you and your support for us to do this work, not just in our household, but throughout the world. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.